brothers and sisters who are active sports people, whether in schools, colleges, different institutions, and sports clubs, and create awareness of what our Neolife products can actually do for them in improving their performance. So let me then hand you over to Pascal, who is standing by to take you through the business section of this evening. And thank you very much for your time and attention.
Thank you very much, Betty. I also need to admit that I'm also a sportsman. I like sports. I enjoy watching sports. I like exercising and running up and down. Actually, not running, walking a lot. So I see there are a lot of some questions. We are going to address them the next session for the people who've sent some queries on the chat. So what I want to discuss with you today is how to get new people started in the business. Okay, Anna Mbani says you also do sports. Fantastic. I want to share with you the things that you need to do to get new people started in the business. Why is that important? Because remember what our business is. Our business is when you get a large group of people doing little things every day, that's how you build a big business. The essence, building a large group of people, doing a little every single day, and that's the core of our business. It simply means that we need to get numbers in our team. If you really want to be successful in our business, your goal is to build a huge number of people who use and promote the products. For example, if you introduce 2 people who introduce 2, that's 4. Those 4 introduce 2, that's 8. Those 8 introduce 2, that is 16. 16 new people. The total will be 30. If you add just one more person, if you introduce 3 people and those 3 introduce 3, you get 9. If those 9 introduce 3, you get 27 new people. If those 27 new people introduce 3, that's 81. The total is, the difference between that is 81, the other one is 16. But if you introduce 5, there is a very significant jump in the number of people who use the products. So our goal is to build a large network of people who use the products. So when you're getting started people in the business, it's important we start them on the right footing. First, what is the core of any society? What is required for a society to thrive, or a family, or an organization? It requires having the correct corporate culture. It requires each person to have personal attributes that lead to long-term success. Okay? I was once reading a book about one of the most influential people in the world throughout history is called Genghis Khan. And I read about how he built a culture that nobody would dare cross. If you want your team to grow, if you want your team to thrive, if you want your team to have very long-term success, first, build the correct corporate culture. Number 2, each person to have correct personal attributes. And they're the following: corporate culture, absolute honesty and integrity. We speak about this every meeting. People are number 1, products that work. The reason why the Springboks use our products is because they work. They are simply the best products in the sports market. Okay? You need to have a long-range vision. Don't have a short view of this business. Have a very long-range vision and then equal opportunity for everybody. These are essential elements for a good corporate culture. But for that corporate culture to be maintained, each individual needs to have the following personal attributes. Unselfishness. This business, the only way to not succeed is to be selfish. 2, stewardship and gratitude. Stewardship simply means that you realize you hold something dear in your hands that you need to transfer to somebody who joins your business. That's what stewardship is. Gratitude is being thankful for the things that you have. In fact, neuroscientists are beginning to find out that people who have more gratitude have got a better self-image. They actually tend to live longer. Gratitude. 3 is humility. Humility simply means you realize that you and other people are just the same. You are not better than them, they're not better than you. Okay? In fact, the word humility comes from a Latin root, which means humus, and that means soil. So humility simply means you accept yourself the way you are, not better than anybody else, not worse than anybody else. The other one is a strong work ethic. The people who really work hard in our business are the ones who succeed, and mostly working on yourself. You can work very hard in the business, but if you don't work on yourself, very little will change. A positive attitude which comes from having a dream and looking at things from the positive side, and then having a proper work-life balance. Okay, so these are the attributes, corporate and personal attributes, that every new person who starts a business needs to be taken through this. If you look at our getting started document, you will find this information, I think in page 2 or 3. Okay, now what are the 3 things that every distributor needs to have to become successful in our business? 3 things. 1, having a burning desire. How you see, a desire comes from your heart. This nobody can give you. I can teach you how to build the business. Your sponsor can teach you how to build the business, but if you don't have a desire in your heart, nobody can do it for you. Okay? And how do you get a desire? You need to have a dream. You need to have a desire to achieve what more than you currently have. And if you keep that dream in your heart, it begins to stoke the fire of desire in your heart. All right? So have a burning desire. 2, being coachable, being teachable. Most people who start this business start with little or no experience. This is my experience in the business. The people who are most coachable are the ones who become very successful. Being coachable simply means that you allow somebody else to teach you what you don't know. But I've also learned that even if you have been in the business as long as Betty and myself have been, there's somebody who can join the business yesterday or 1 week ago will tell you something that will change the direction of your business. So you need to be like a sponge. Absorb everything that is around you. Number 3, hard work. Hard work simply means every single day you concentrate on income-producing activities. That is, those activities that lead to the growth of your business. That simply means talking to people. That is what income-producing activities are. All right, getting started steps. What are the steps you need to start with a new person? Step number 1, let them write a dream, something they want to achieve. My suggestion is don't ask your new distributor or somebody who's just joining to have a dream to conquer the whole world. No, you need just something very small to start with so that they can build confidence in whatever they're doing. For example, you start the business, your goal could be to earn $500, $300. That is your initial goal. That dream, write it down. Make sure it's in something on a place you see it every day. Okay? What is your dream? What is your why for joining the business? Step number 2, set goals. What does that mean? Set activities that you need to perform to make sure the dream in step number 1 becomes true. I want to suggest to you that set your goals in steps of 90 days, not more. And the reason for that, when we set a goal which is too far off, our minds find it difficult to grasp because it is too far off. But if you set goals every 90 days, each 90 days you change your goals. Each 90 days you say, okay, like this, the past 90 days, this is what I have built. Let me say somebody who starts a business in November. Make your goal to reach 1,000 PV in 3 months or 2,000 PV. A simple goal like that. Okay? Personal PV, personal sponsoring, group volume. Those 3 steps. Okay. So set goals for activity. Number 3, develop monthly, weekly, and daily action plan. That simply means if your goal is to become, this is November, let me say you start the business at the beginning of November. Your goal at the end of November to become a manager. How do you do it? Number 1, do 100 PV. How do you do 100 PV? Buy products for your own use. An average person at home uses let me say 40 PV to be conservative. All right. Then look for 3 customers or 4. Each customer buying 20 PV, you reach 100 PV. How do you look for this customer? Speak to your neighbor. Speak to your friend of the office, whatever you're doing. Speak to somebody about our business. You'll get the 100 PV. Next thing, aim to sponsor 3 new people every month. If you do that, you're going to be a manager by the end of the month or the next month. All right? Then set monthly, weekly, daily goals. Step number 4, daily success habits. These are the things you need to be doing every day to grow your business. Use the products. If you don't use your products, your business will not grow. It's as simple as that. And to use I want to suggest to all of you, I think we undersell or we underemphasize the cleaning range of products. Why? Because every home cleans, even if they don't use supplements, but they use cleaning products. Okay, so you need to start selling the cleaning products also apart from the supplements. I know the supplements constitute about 60% of the company's sales, but you can grow your business bigger by also starting to introduce your customers to the cleaning products. All right, so use the products. Number 2, share the business. How do you share the business? Use the 4 basic things: name list, invite, show the plan, follow up. Name list, invite, show the plan, follow up. Those 4 things. You need to do it over and over and over and over again, because we're creatures of habit. The more you do it, the more it becomes habitual. All right? 100 names, invite people, learn how to invite professionally. Okay? And make use of tools. Then show the plan and follow up after the person has shown the plan. And then plan and monitor your activity. I would suggest monitor your activity at the end of every week. This week I had planned to speak to 6 people. How many have I spoken to? And if I've not spoken to that number, what has happened? Why did I not do what I planned to do? If you actually ask yourself that question, you'll actually find out why you haven't reached that goal. All right? Then daily income producing activities, use social media posts, meet new people, new contacts, chats, WhatsApp, Facebook messengers, whatever it is, one-on-one calls, three-way calls with your growing upline leader. That means that if you are starting a business and you're not physically there with your sponsor, arrange for your sponsor to do 3-way calls with your prospects. Because they're more experienced, they will help you close your prospects. Attend presentations by Zoom, Facebook, Zoom, videos, one-on-one, group presentations, and then follow-ups. A most important thing, personal development. Personal development simply means you learn something every single day. Okay? Self-discipline. I was watching an interview where a certain doctor was interviewing Eliud Kipchoge, and the guy asked Eliud Kipchoge, how do you maintain self-discipline? So Eliud Kipchoge said that only the self-disciplined people are free. The rest are run by their emotions, how they feel. If you want to be self-disciplined, these are the 3 things that Eliud Kipchoge proposes. Number 1, he called it vitamin N. Learn to say no. Why? Learn to say no to those activities that steal your time but don't lead you to your goals. Number 2, prioritize the activities you've set for yourself. And number 3, don't complain. Is life easy? No. For everybody, wherever you are, whether in South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Nigeria, US, every single place in the world, there are problems. Okay? So don't complain. it's quite easy to be caught up in the complaining game. And this is what distracts you from success. All right? So, Kelly, what's your mind? You see, the thoughts that dominate your mind is what creates your reality. Let me say that again. I would recommend to all of you from tomorrow, have a specific goal in your mind. Choose a goal. Let me say you want to earn $1,000 a month. Write that goal down and fix that goal in your mind. And then every time, take 5 minutes, close your eyes, see that goal in your mind, and then you will start noticing other thoughts beginning to intrude into your mind. The moment that happens, then you become aware of your thought pattern. And if you're aware of your thought pattern, it's very easy to start building positive mindset, because now the goal is the one that dominates your mind. If you're not aware of your thought pattern, nothing will change. People with positive minds have got dreams, they replay past success, they involved in income producing activities and affirmations. All right? They spend less on news, they spend less on positive, negative friends, they don't focus on the challenges, they don't look at what they are going through. They look at where they are going to, which is very, very important. Always have a futuristic vision of where you want to go to. And that creates a big difference. And now I want to speak to you about the power of a dream. What it takes, or what you need to do to change your life when you realize a dream. I've thought at quite some length about dreams and about life. You see, this I do these presentations through our laptop. You know, I think God finished creating physical materials after the world was created, before he created man. There are no new physical materials being created. What does that tell you? That tells you any invention in the future already exists in somebody's mind. Any dream, any invention, any technological advancement already exists in somebody's mind, because the physical materials are all there to do what we need to do. What does that tell you? That only the people who can develop dreams can actually change the course of the future. And there are hundreds of examples of people who have created a difference in society because of being able to dream, being able to use their imagination. Think about. I'm sure all of you are in a house or in a building or in a wherever you are. That house you are sitting in, that house is built from materials which already exist. For example, stone, sand, tiles, roofs. Those materials were there before, but it took an architect's imagination to bring that into reality. What does that tell you? That any dream you want in the future already exists somewhere in the spiritual dimension. You just need to develop it in your own mind and have that dream consistently in your mind. It will become true. And that's how the power of it. People who have dreams and have got ambition for the future, when you watch them, you actually notice something different about them. The way they walk, the way they talk, something is actually different about them. Why? Because a dream releases the power within you that you didn't know exists. So I want to encourage all of you, write big dreams, because big dreams are the ones that stir some people's souls. Think about this. Next year, I think the convention is still going to, the East African convention is still going to be in Dar es Salaam. The Southern African one is going to be in Pretoria. In Nigeria, there are going to be, I think, 3 or 4 venues for the convention. I want all of you who are attending this meeting this evening, because I cannot see all of you, but I would like you to, I'd like to take you on a short journey about dreaming. Close your eyes and transport your mind to the 19th of October. Our convention is on the 19th of October 2024. Transport your mind to that date, 19th of October 2024, and you're having your convention in Dar es Salaam. And if you're a director now, you're going on stage as a 2 Ruby director. Because you've made those steps, the company is paying for your accommodation in Dar es Salaam. You've made 3 steps: Sapphire, 1 Ruby, 2 Ruby. And as you go into the convention, you become the top person, top world team member. And your team is cheering for you because you've won the grand prize. And you've pushed your income, you're earning $3,000 a month. And you're going to be also paid a step-up bonus at the convention. And that step-up bonus is another $3,000. I want you to maintain that picture in your mind constantly in the next few days until you actually absorb the feeling, the colors, the sounds of what you have imagined to be happening on that day. The sound of the music, the cheering of the people. You absorb every single detail. The more detail you can generate in your own mind until you actually feel the effect on your body, on your skin, until you get goosebumps. If you do it correctly, you actually, these feelings will happen to you. I want you to maintain that vision every day and replay it in your mind as if it is already happening true. And if you continue doing that, you'll be surprised at how quickly your business will grow. That is the power of a dream. That is the capacity of the human person. Because remember, God created us in his image and likeness. And what did God do? God created something, a lot of things out of nothing. He has given us that power in a small degree. We are able to create, we are able to be co-creators with him by imagining things which are not to become what they are. That is how you develop a dream. Being able to create mental pictures of the things that you want to achieve in the future. And if you maintain those thoughts remember what thoughts are. In fact, from the studies I've been reading lately, thoughts actually cause protein structures in your brain. Thoughts are actually physical things in your brain. The more positive and strong thoughts you have, the more they have more neural connections and networks in your brain. And this is what increases your belief. So maintain those thoughts in your mind. The people who are going to undertake this exercise next year, this time, their business will never be the same. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank all of you very much for spending this evening with Betty and myself. And I wish all of you the very best. I wish you will take your business serious. Start to dream again. All those dreams that you have lost, start to dream about those dreams, and those dreams will become true. Thank you very much. Good night and God bless.